What's up, nerds? My name's Josh and I'm out here at Lee Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and today I'm going to be going over the ultimate pinnacle in the world of performance SUVs. Behind me, introducing the 2021 Dodge Durango Hellcat SRT. This is actually going to be the fastest production model 3-row SUV in existence right now, and it was actually scheduled for a 1-year limited run for the 2021 year model, so they're extremely rare. They actually only made a couple of thousand of these, and the acceleration is absolutely breathtaking. The exhaust is screaming at you the entire time you're laying down on the throttle, and the 6.2 liter supercharged V8 is just begging to unleash every bit of its 710 horsepower across the pavement. And with this incredible all-wheel drive system applying torque to all 4 wheels, you know this thing is going to absolutely burn up the pavement. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So I'm starting things off with the wide shot of the vehicle, and one of the first things that you should notice right off the bat is that this still looks like a Durango. This is still going to be the same 3-row SUV that everybody knows and loves. The exterior is going to look very similar. Same with the interior. The layout is going to be pretty much the same. You're just going to get a little bit more nicer amenities that come with it, and you'll get that special SRT flair that I'm excited to go over with you guys about. And there are definitely some subtle differences to notice on the outside. So for example, you can see we have the Hellcat badge on the side right here, which looks absolutely nasty. And then in the center of the 20-inch painted aluminum wheels, you can see we're going to have the SRT badge in each one of those. And just behind those wheels on the front, you can see we're going to have the SRT 6-piston Brembo caliper brakes. And then in the rear, you're going to have 4-piston Brembo brakes as well. So you can see everything's going to be performance oriented, and it's really got to be something as strong as that in order to stop a vehicle moving with 710 horsepower. This is also going to have a specially tuned suspension system. It's going to be specifically designed to handle all the torque and acceleration that you're going to be putting this thing through. And then coming around to the front, you can see we have these gnarly hood scoops that look absolutely insane. I love how aggressive they look. And then on the front grille, you can also see we're going to have the SRT badge with a little Hellcat logo sitting on the side as well. It really just ties it all together. Coming around to the front of the vehicle, you can see we're going to have these beautiful LED daytime running lamps that are going to run across the headlight casing. And you're also going to get LEDs for your high beams and your low beams as well. And also in the front grille, you can see we're going to get several different air ventilation ducts that help with aerodynamics, because you got to do everything you can to streamline this thing when you're moving at the velocities that this thing is capable of. So taking a look underneath the hood, this is going to unveil the 6.2 liter supercharged V8 Hellcat. This motor needs no introduction whatsoever. Its performance is unparalleled. It's going to be able to put out 710 horsepower and 645 foot-pounds of torque. It's absolutely insane. Slapping this motor into the Durango, it's going to give you a 0 to 60 time of 3.5 seconds. It's going to have a quarter-mile time of 11.5 seconds, which is crazy. It's under 12 seconds for a track car and a quarter-mile time. That's insane. It's also going to have a 2.38 liter supercharger on it. It's going to be capable of a maximum of 11.6 pounds of boost. And when you're not out here taking this thing onto the track, redlining it, you can hook your camper up to it and take it out on your family trip. This is going to have a maximum towing capacity of 8,700 pounds. So you can feel confident hooking up that boat, hooking up that camper, taking on that trip. You'll be just fine. Another thing worth noting as well is that for a motor this big, they did a really good job of fitting in all of the internals and making sure you have easy access to all of your fluids and things like that. So now I'm sitting down inside the Hellcat Durango, and I gotta say, I'm extremely impressed with the quality in which everything has been put together in here. You're going to get a full leather interior as far as the trim and the seating goes. The seats are actually going to have these beautiful micro suede inserts in them, and the performance seats really grip you into place. They feel extremely comfortable. You actually notice in the seats, you're going to get the SRT and Hellcat logos in each of them, and it's going to be the same for the second rows as well. There is an option to upgrade the interior as well. Instead of the Napa leather and the micro suede inserts that it comes standard with, there's an option to upgrade it to the Laguna leather. That's going to come red in coloration, and it's going to have different logos that'll be stitched into the seats, and it looks absolutely incredible as well. I love the color of it. Just like how everything on the exterior is performance oriented, it's going to carry over into the interior as well. You can see we have this awesome flat bottom steering wheel, which is really nice to grab onto. And you can see we have these ergonomic paddle shifters as well to help with your transmission shifting times. In the cluster just underneath the touchscreen display, you can also see we're going to get this SRT button. And pressing on that, it's going to reveal different drive modes that you're able to go into depending on the situation that you're in. You can even customize your own drive mode for your own personal liking. Right beside that SRT button, you're going to see a button that says launch. And pressing that, you can see it's going to activate the launch control. Yes, every single vehicle that has a Hellcat motor in it is going to have launch control. And there's a number of requirements that you need to meet in order to activate it fully. So for example, pressure needs to be fully applied to the brake, the steering wheel needs to be completely straight, and the vehicle needs to be in gear. And then you can see whenever I'm ready, I can just lay on the gas as hard as I can and watch it go. Believe it or not, this Durango is going to have a lot of luxury amenities with it as well. So you can see we're going to have heated and ventilated seats as well as a heated steering wheel. In the center console, you can see we're going to have a wireless charging pad, which is really cool to have. Taking a look at the USB ports, you notice you have standard USB as well as USB-C, which is updated in that technology, and it charges a lot faster, which is something I personally really enjoy. It's also going to have an auxiliary input for you old school people. And then taking a look at the media, you also have AM, FM radio and all that kind of stuff. But as far as amenities goes, this is also going to be equipped with the Harman Kardon upgraded audio system. It's a 19 speaker system and has an 825 watt amplifier. It's absolutely insane. And it includes a subwoofer. It's crazy. This is also going to have a lot of cool safety features with it as well. It's going to have the blind spot monitoring system as well as a cross path detection. And then in the lane departure, it'll be able to pull you back into the lane with the lane assist. It even has full forward collision braking as well as the adaptive cruise control, where it sets the following distance behind the vehicle that you're going behind, and it automatically speeds up or slows down depending on the speed that they're going. And all of that together is just designed to make things easier for the driver and reduce driver fatigue so you can focus on the road. The infotainment display with this vehicle is really cool as well. It's going to be the 10.1 inch Uconnect version 5. It's going to have a processing speed 3 times faster than the Uconnect version 4. And a lot of the way it's designed is just a lot more intuitive to make it feel like a tablet at home or something like that. So you can see on the home page, you have split screen functionality, and you have the option to make multiple pages with that with different layouts, and you can add all kinds of widgets to that, as you can see here. Going over into the media, as I was explaining a little bit before, you have your FM radio as well as your Sirius satellite radio, and then you'll be able to connect your phone through Bluetooth or USB. One of the biggest things about the Uconnect version 5 is that it's actually going to be compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto through Bluetooth, so you won't have to connect your phone through USB anymore in order to activate those. You'll be able to engage them through Bluetooth, which is really nice to have. And in addition to the manual climate control cluster, you can see we have our climate controls on the touchscreen as well. It's a little bit more versatile. It goes into a little bit more in-depth, and it's a little bit more intuitive as far as the design goes. Another thing I really like is that you can see on all the people models right here, they have like little racer helmets on, which is something that's really cool. Just a nice little touch. As far as the Uconnect version 5 goes, they partner with TomTom, a third-party navigation company that's been in the business for a long time. They're very well known and very well respected, and it's going to integrate the TomTom navigation into the Uconnect. And you can see you have plenty of options as far as that goes. And it actually does over-the-air updates automatically, just like your phone does. So you don't have to worry about it updating the GPS location or anything like that. It will automatically update information for you. Phone settings are pretty self-explanatory. You know, just connecting your phone through Bluetooth, you'll be able to access all the settings in there. Here you'll be able to see they have that SRT mode like I was speaking about before. You can choose to go into your performance pages, the drive modes, or your different racing options as well. And then the vehicle settings to tie it all up. So sitting in the second row, you know, I had mentioned earlier that the interior layout is going to be very similar to what a regular Durango would be like. And you still get the same amazing quality that you experience in the front seat in the second row and in the third row. You got the same beautiful Napa leather and micro suede inserts, and the stitching quality is absolutely outstanding. It is worth noting that this is only going to be available with the captain's chairs. There's no option available for a bench seat running across with the SRT Hellcat Durango, which is totally fine. It's completely understandable. You know, you got to make room for all the performance add-ons that they have. But it's also really nice back here as well. You know, you have your own climate controls installed in the ceiling up here, and you can see we have the second row with heated seats, and you even have USB ports and a 115-volt outlet, which is universal. You can plug pretty much anything into that. You also get really easy access into the third row as well. So I'm going to lay the captain's chair down. I'm just going to pull up on this red handle, and the seat's going to come up, and it's going to give way to easy access getting into the third row, making it super convenient. The last thing I wanted to go over, you guys, was the trunk space of the vehicle. So you can see it's going to be equipped with a powered liftgate right here. And then the same as I mentioned before, the interior layout is going to be very similar to another Durango, just standard as far as being able to lay the seats down, get even more storage space available. You even have standard hooks right here for tying things down. And then lifting up this panel right here is going to give you access to even more storage space available. And you can see you have access to your tire jack. And then lifting up this protective mat right here, it's going to give you way to the winch for your spare tire, which is going to be located underneath the vehicle. All right, you guys, this has been my walk around on the 2021 Durango Hellcat SRT. If you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to leave a comment or reach out to me. If you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one that I make.